So number 18, sum equals n over 2. First term, I'm going to find by plugging in a 1. 2 times 1 minus 9 is negative 7. And then to find the last term, I'm going to plug in 13. 2 times 13 minus 9 is 26. Minus 9 is 17.
Yeah.
Yay. Negative 7 plus 17. Okay, so that's 10 divided by 2 is 5 times 13 is 65. Okay. All right, next one. Sum equals. First term times r. This one is very important because r is negative. You need to put it in parentheses. N is 7 minus first term over r minus 1. There's going to be lots of parentheses here. All the parentheses. Okay, negative 4 times negative 6 to the 7 minus negative 4 over negative 6 minus 1. That's a big number. Did anyone do this problem before me and get that same answer? Okay, thank you. Because it's extremely helpful to say it loud. Okay, we're going to use the Pascal's triangle resource page again today. So just flip to that, please. We're going to use this part here for sure. And the regular triangle probably. So just set that aside. I do have a joke for you. Okay. Today we're doing 5 problems. The first problem is actually 2 problems. And I'm going to have you guys do that one. It's going to be a plus b to the 5th. So you're going to have to look back at yesterday's to figure out how to do a plus b to the 5th. And then I'm going to teach you how to figure out how to find just one of them without finding the whole list of the whole line. Have fun. I miss you. See you tomorrow. Don't forget about quiz. Yeah, make up class. And then the last 2 problems, 157 and 158, I'm going to teach you how to do stuff other than just a plus b. So how does that affect the pattern, which isn't really that big of a deal, but that's yesterday's. Homework is 169 to 175, and this is the Pascal's triangle here. If you notice, there's one cat, and then one cat, and one cat, and then one cat, and then 2 cats, and then one cat, and then one cat, and then 3 cats, and then 3 cats, and then one cat. Yeah, and then up here, it has summation notation for LOL cat, which is good. So, you know, I like it. Just in case you're a cat person, I am not a cat person. I'll gladly say that on video right now. We have a cat. It digs up my plants. I'm very unhappy with it right now, especially. Anyway, Natalie, you can hear me all the way in Napa. Okay. All right, go ahead and set this up.
What?
So number 154 and 155, we're gonna do in group. Let me explain. A plus B fit to the fifth is the problem. You don't have to write anything next to that. That's the problem you're doing. Leading coefficients, question mark. You're gonna go to the proper row on Pascal's triangle and list the leading coefficients. So yesterday, remember how we put like 5 terms, don't put 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. That's gonna go there. Okay. Then we're going to do the expansion where you put leading coefficient, front seat to the full power, back seat to the 0, plus next leading coefficient, front seat down power, back seat upper power, blah, 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 blah. Then next to simplify, we're gonna take out the things that are equal to 1 or that we don't write, like b to the first power, we don't put the first power, or a to the 0, we don't write that. Does that make sense? Okay, you guys know what to do? Okay, go for it. We'll put the answers up in 3 to 4 minutes.
She did it already?
You guys can talk. It's good. Talking's good.
That's on video too. I'm gonna like think back like this last year, this when I watch this next year and be like, you were doing that crazy challenge last year at this time.
Yeah, because you're recording.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. I had 11 views on one the other day. That was like my max. I think it was me actually trying to fix the video. I put the leading coefficients up. You probably didn't put the first 2 things. I know I'm overachieving. If you got this, that's plenty. I just, I'm an overachiever there. Did you get the same things as me?
Yeah.
One, okay. Just making sure we're on the right track. Do I not? Okay, so there's a big box in there that says Kleenex on it, and you have to open the box. Here, let me give you these scissors because it's brand new. And there's Kleenex boxes in the box that says Kleenex. Okay. All right, so you guys could try to watch up here. Here I go. Make sure that I do this right. Gotta watch me like a hawk. 1, a to the 5th, b to the 0, plus 5, a to the 4th, b to the 1, plus 10, a to the 3rd, b squared, plus 10, a squared, b to the 3rd, plus 5, a to the 1, b to the 4th, plus 1, a to the 0, b to the 5th. Okay, now I'm going to simplify. A to the 5th plus 5a to the 4th b plus 10a to the 3rd b squared plus 10a squared b cubed plus 5ab to the 4th plus b to the 5th. Okay. How'd we do? Good? Okay. So if you could do that, that's basically everything we learned yesterday. So you're completely situated, caught up where you need to be. Okay, now we're going to do more. Sort of, not at first. First thing you need to know is that teachers are lazy, especially on tests and quizzes and things. And it's really hard for us to grade this whole thing. Also, a lot of times we want to make sure that you know the concept without you having to do the whole thing. So we step it up a level and we say, okay, now the next problem, I don't want you to write the whole thing. I don't want you to expand the whole thing. I just want you to give me the 7th one. If I were to expand in row 9. So this is saying, row 9, what would the 7th term be if I was in row 9? The goal is to figure it out without writing out the whole thing and just circling the 7th term. That's not what I want you to do. If you do that on a test or quiz, it's totally okay. It's just like a huge waste of your time. But you can do it. You know, there are people who will want to do that. I don't suggest it. Okay, so my next goal here in 156 is to teach you how to just get one of these. If it just wants one, it just wants the 7th one. This one clearly wouldn't have a 7th one because there's only 6 of them. But anyway, okay. So, all right. 7th term of a plus b to the 9. First of all, we don't have a Pascal's triangle that goes out to the 9th row. Do we? Anywhere? No, we can make it. I showed you how to make it. It would have 1, 8, 28 stuff, things, 70 stuff, things. Okay. But, and we could keep going, but we're not going to do that. We're smarter than that. What we're going to do is we're going to go here. Okay, so everyone look at this. Okay, now, can you tell me what the combination would be for the 3rd term in row 4? Can you just point with your finger on your own paper Which one of these is the third term in row 4? Okay, so I taught you yesterday, this is row 0, row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4. And this would be the first one, second one, third one. Okay, does that make sense? This is the third one in row 4. Okay, do you notice how I said it's the third one, but it's 4 combination 2, not 4 combination 3? Why not? Why is it not 4 combination 3? I said it was the third one. Yeah, you have to count the 0. Okay, so we're going to use this logic to say, all right, we know that we're going to have 9 combination something because you're in row 9. Does this make sense that you're in row 9? Okay, so let's write this. Row 9 means that I'm going to put a 9 here for 9 combination something. We want the 7th one. The 7th one isn't going to be 7. It's going to be 6. Okay. What I like to do is go something like 7 minus 1. It's just a little note there. 9 combination 6. Okay. Next pattern I want you to notice. So this is going to be leading coefficient. 9 combination 6. Do you understand why it's 9? And do you see where the 6 came from? It's 6 because you have to count the 0, 1 at the beginning. Okay. Now, I want you guys to look right here, 5 combination 2, and take a look at the problem we just did up here. So we're looking at 5 combination 2. Would you guys agree with me that 5 combination 2 is 10? I'm pointing at 5 combination 2 down here. I'm pointing at that same thing, 10 here. Do you see that? Okay. Now, if I come down here, I'm talking about this 10 being 5 combination 2. And we didn't do that on the calculator because we looked at Pascal's triangle instead, which has the same stuff. But I want you to see a pattern that the 5 combination 2, the 2 here matches the exponent on the back seat thing. Okay, so here, our back seat thing is going to be b to the 6. Take a different color, highlighter, something, just circles. Okay, and then, so we have most of it. We have 9 combination 6. We know the back seat thing is going to be to the 6. What's the front thing have to be to what power? Okay, so what do you notice about these two? What do they add to? 5. What do these two add to? What do these two add to? 5. What does this add to? 5. Don't these need to add to 9 then? So 3. Okay. This will get faster, I promise. I'm just trying to go slow because there's lots of little baby details. Okay, so instead of drawing Pascal's triangle out to 9 rows, I suggest that you go to 9 combination 6. You can draw Pascal's triangle out to 9 rows if you want. 84. Okay. Right now, you might be thinking to yourself, that problem's done, by the way. You might be thinking to yourself, Mrs. Talbot, that took me just as long as it would have to write out all 10 terms and then just figure out which one is the seventh one. But I promise you, once you get better at this, quicker at this, it's much easier to just isolate the one that you want. Okay, we're gonna practice this 2 more times. Okay. Fifth term. All right, everybody, this is where we're gonna make sure that you understood what we were doing in number 156. Okay, we want the fifth term of a plus b to the 11. Let's go really slow. What row are we in this problem? 11. That's an 11. Yeah, my bad, not yours. Okay, row 11. Why would I choose row 11? Because I'm a jerk and I didn't want you to be able to look at Pascal's triangle to do it. I know, I'm such a jerk. Okay, row 11 means that we're going to have 11 combination something. Okay, are you with me so far? Okay, now we want the fifth term. This number is going to be, yep, 5 minus 1 is 4. 11 combination 4. Okay, you're good so far? Okay, next, you go to the back seat thing. The back seat thing is going to have the same exponent as R in your NCR. And your front seat thing, its exponent is going to have to add to the total of 11. Yep, a to the 7. Okay, all you need to do now is find out what 11 combination 4 is. $330. See, it gets faster as you go. Okay, now, do you notice something different in B? What did I do? Yeah, other stuff. Okay. And I kept it the same. I kept it row 11 and I kept it the fifth term because I didn't want to focus on the combination part. I want to focus on the front seat, the back seat part now. I'm still going to write row 11. That's going to give me 11 combination something. I'm still going to indicate, whoa, that's backwards. Indicate here 5 minus 1, not 51 minus. 5 minus 1 is 4. So I have 11 combination 4. Okay. Now the back seat thing is going to be to the 4th power. The back seat thing is -2. Can you identify the back seat thing as -2? Do you see it? Okay. What is the front seat thing? X, yeah. So X to the 7th. Okay, now we have to make this prettier. So we know that 11 combination 4 is 330 from our previous work up here. X to the 7th is X to the 7th. What's -2 to the 4th? I believe it's 16. You guys believe me?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you have to combine 330 times 16. Your final answer is 5,280 X to the 7th. Okay, one more problem, then we're done. Notice I made it small on purpose as to not be too confusing. We're gonna have to go slow just because we love our classmates and we all get this at different times. We sort of tolerate our classmates and we all get this at different times. Some of us will get it when they get up from their nap. So, all right. Okay. Let's go through the questions very slowly. First, what row are we in? Row 3. How many terms will there be? 4 terms. And what will the leading coefficients be? 1, 3, 3, 1. Is everybody with me so far? Okay. Now we're going to expand. Equals. Okay. This is where you have to go a little bit slower. We're going to start with a 1. Our front seat thing is 2x. We're going to go 2x quantity to the 3rd power, meaning everything to the 3rd. I have a question for you. What is 2x quantity to the 3rd? 8x cubed, yeah. You have to remember, you have to cube everything because it's quantity. Okay, and then backseat thing to the 0 plus 3. Front seat thing down a power, back seat thing up a power. Plus 3. Front seat thing down a power, back seat thing up a power. Plus 1. Front seat thing down a power, back seat thing up a power. Now, in this type of problem, when you don't have just A and B, I'm going to simplify twice. You don't need to simplify twice if you want to use your calculator, especially this one though. I want to show where everything goes. So equals. That is 1 and that is 1. And this is 8x cubed. Make sure you understand where that 8 came from. Do you see the 8? Okay. Times, and this is, or I mean plus, and this is where I'm going to simplify in 2 lines. So this I'm going to call 3 times 4x squared times 3. Do you see the 4x squared? 2x quantity squared is 4x squared. Plus, and if you're organizationally challenged, meaning that, your handwriting is like, you're going to be a doctor someday, let's just say, you might want to put parentheses around that particular piece so that you can see that that goes together. You don't have to, it's not required, but okay, it does help. Okay, so this one would be 3 times 2x times 9. 3 times 2x times 9. You guys see where that came from? You see the 9? Okay. And then this is 1, and this is 1, and this is 27. Okay, now for my visual folks, Okay, so I want to go on the calculator and do, I shouldn't need to do that. 3 times 4 is 12 times 3 is 36. Three times 2 is 6 times 9 is 54. The biggest mistake that students make, like by far, exponentially speaking, is not putting a number inside the parentheses to the power also, and just writing 2x cubed underneath that. That is the biggest mistake. I just put problems like this on the final exam. It's multiple choice, and one of the common mistakes was I didn't do that. I left that 2x cubed. So, same, make sure that you're very, very careful with taking everything to the power as it should be. Okay. That's it. I'm done. Weirdly, I had a schedule